Good evening, keepers of the cash. Gary Beat, the casual comic guy here, and joining me just like every Tuesday, we have Steve the Voice White. Steve, how you doing tonight, sir?
Good day. Excellent.
You are my main wingman tonight, but we did bring a couple mini wings on to help us steer the ship tonight. So,
oh my God,
we brought, and he hasn't been on the show in a minute, but hopefully we'll get him back in another 10-1. We have Hialeah. Raul, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm good. I'm here to take care of you, Gary. I just want to keep this guy in check. You know, this guy.
Right?
Stay in check.
And of course, you know, the bad cop to Raul's good cop. We have Bub. How you doing tonight, Bub?
I'm here to take care of Raul. What's going on?
Oh, a fine circle jerk is forming.
Oh my God.
Throw more raincoat.
So
Okay, for that reason, I'm out.
Of course, the guest of honor tonight, cause he's already texted me, cause he's not big yet, and it's all about him. Is Comic Mag Musings. How you doing tonight, Bill?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. So before we say hi to the chat, we're gonna do our normal thing. Who are you? What's your channel about? Give the quick 2 minutes on you, and then we'll go say hi to everybody. Then come back to you for your first book.
Sounds good. My channel is Comic Mag Musings. I am Bill Miller. If anyone's watched my channel, and I suspect most of you haven't, you would know that I'm into Golden Age sci-fi and good girl art and The Rocketeer, Dave Stevens art. That's me. That's kind of something. Oh, wait a minute. That's Bubsy. No, what I do is
It's a case of mistaken identity. That tells you.
Well, you remember, I actually, and just a quick tangent, I think I stole Bubs' intro one time in one of my videos a couple of years ago. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
So I've always been
2 times. He
infatuated.
did that once, and then he also stole when Shop for Comics did the bodies. He also stole that from me. He said, "Oh yeah, I'm the Rocketeer fan. Yeah, whatever."
Yeah.
There's 2 bones I got to pick with you.
And he shouldn't have, because Bill's clearly a red dress girl.
I would think so.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
For the old cover.
So I have a lot of collecting interests, probably too many because I just don't have the funds to support.
But we should mention tonight, though, Bill,
collecting some things
is that you are 3 subscribers away from 1,000. So if anyone out there isn't subscribed to Bill, see if we can get him over that 1K mark this evening. His links are in the description below. Go give him a sub up on YouTube and let's get him over that 1K mark.
I would watch a couple videos first because you might regret subbing if you don't do that first.
No, we need to start that GoFundMe if we can't get him monetized because he has serious adult diaper needs. We got to get him squared away. It's got to stay dry out there, friends.
Jackson's unsubbing me as we speak.
I was just going to mention that.
Now we lost subs. Damn it. Going the wrong way.
Well, you're at $9.99, Bill. We just got to get you one more tonight.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
But let's say hi to the chat.
Wait, did he talk about himself yet? I missed it.
No, it's identity theft. So we're gonna move on.
Oh, okay. I got a couple questions for you in general though.
Yes, sir.
What street were you born on? What was the name of the street you were born on?
That's a good question.
Street.
It is. What was the street name you were born on?
Monte Vista.
Monte Vista. And what was your first pet's name?
Bubsy.
The last 4 of your social.
I knew that was coming, yeah.
It sounds like security questions of some kind of banking information.
I was talking about.
My
Steve
mother's
the White
name
Walker.
is-
I know what you're talking about. All right, we got it.
So first in, as always, we have James Las Cruces in. How you doing tonight, sir? We have Erotic Comics. Joe, good evening, buddy. We have one of my all-time favorite people, Jerry the Jitterbug.
Jerry.
Come on, Jerry.
And we got Steve White saying hi to everyone. We have another one of my favorite people on all my favorites. We got Joe.
I'm gonna take your medication, Bill.
Yeah, we got Joe. We got Jerry. We have the one and only Gore Vidal, the most under-sub channel on YouTube. This guy is fantastic. Everyone go check him out and sub him up. We have Rich in here, Comic Cap Collectibles. Good evening. Mr. DVH, Dr. Von Hoots himself. And again, guys, we're going to keep stating it. Bill is now 1 sub away from 1K. If we can get someone to sub him up and hit that 1K mark.
He's got
Yeah.
it. He's at
Got
1K.
Is
All
that?
right,
Yeah,
there you go.
Congrats.
Congrats, Bill. You're at
Yay.
1K.
Yay.
All right, now everybody
Why not
that
look so
subbed him,
excited, Bill?
unsub him tomorrow
Bill.
morning.
He's frozen.
Will.
No, he's there. He is.
That damn
Yeah, he was
Arizona
frozen.
freaking Wi-Fi, I tell you.
What it is.
There we go. And we'll get back to this guy. We have Marcus in here. Good evening, Marcus. Nice to see you, buddy. And we said hi to Rich. We have the Jackson Roy Kirk. How you doing tonight, sir?
Hey, I'm big.
And we
How
lost
you
Bill,
doing?
so he's
Is
like,
it really a loss?
looks like he's done stealing your internet for a minute, Bubsy.
Hang on, I'm
Wow.
getting my first book ready.
We have
Just
Captain-
hijacked his Wi-Fi with this
Right.
street he was born in.
We have Bobby Catalano. Good evening, Bobby. Nice to see you. Raul
Bobby.
pitching in and saying hello.
Hey,
The one
We're having
K subs
technical
broke him.
difficulties.
I think so. I think he
YouTube
thinks
wasn't
he's too
having
big
it.
for us now. His channel's
we have
grown so
23
much in the
months.
last
Good
5
evening, sir.
minutes.
23 Mott. How are you doing? Arizona Wi-Fi.
Right. We have Brad in here. Good evening, Brad. Nice to see you, sir. We have
My
James
White Walker
Gallegos
brother.
here. Good evening, sir. Or Gallegos. I'm not sure which way you pronounce it.
Bringing the
Depends
Canadians.
on where he's from.
Long walks on the beach.
Random Rick reviews, and he's made it back in, gents.
Should we even let him in?
Yeah.
What's the password? All right, he's in.
Right.
Too bad. I took over.
He had to move. What did you do? Kick the plug out of your computer when you were moving?
I switched to
your
a different
privacy screen?
computer.
And
Oh, okay. Oh, it must be
Random
nice.
Rick just subbed
Hopefully
you.
it works.
Thank you, Rick, for subbing him up. You'll enjoy his content. Hector Ortiz.
Let's not
Just
oversell it.
Nice. Thank you, Hector. We appreciate you, sir. Bubs,
You'll
Bubs is
regret
playing a
it.
part of Death and Bill and Ted too. I'm here too. Don't overlook my part.
That's right.
Keep on collecting. Anyone who's not subbed to these fine gents, they have the best toy collection videos, vintage toys from 80s, 90s,
Yeah.
even moderns. They're out of Australia. These guys are absolutely fantastic. Andrew and Matthew, please go sub them up.
You
And
see they got the flag all set up, eh? Isn't that
oh yeah,
awesome?
those guys are so good. And Naman, I think I saw Naman's in here as well. So nice to see you, Naman, a comic bookworm. Here we go.
Somewhere. There you are. Hey.
And now my internet's acting up and I can't click on stuff. All right. So between Bill and I, we'll have a hell of a show. All
This
right.
is going to be awesome.
We're going to bring it back to Bill and we're going to get started. I was going to say, Bill, hurry up and show your first comic before Bill gets back. I mean, before Bub gets
Before
back.
Bub gets back.
I'll
Hurry up and
relate
say it.
that rascal.
Hey, you're shorter than you were before. You shrinking?
Off part of my feet to make
All
room.
right.
We've got.
The good
So
thing
I,
is
I wanted to get some different stuff.
you're further back. No, that's good. More,
Yeah, way back.
Keep going.
Behind this right here, right?
keep going.
And now,
All right,
your
we've got,
voice is a little echoey too, so you might need to speak up a little.
Oh, is it? All
Yeah,
right.
you
Where's the
sound worse than
microphone?
usual, is what he's trying to say.
We've got Witch's Tales number 6.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's one. I've got that book. That's one of my favorites.
Oh,
Red
nice.
Dress in
It's
Distress.
great. Yeah, I like this run. They're a little bit more expensive than I like, but we've got some real good. Lee Elias later, Al Avison. Don't know who the cover artist is here. Powell did some in this.
I believe
run.
it's Dude McDuderton with the inks on it.
Exactly. This is one of my faves. I like PCH. So
Read the-
pre-code horror is one of my favorite genres.
Yeah, Raul said, read the label, you dope. Maybe it'll tell you.
No, I don't know. I did do, in case you're wondering, I did a top 500 code
You
horror
did.
book covers. This made the list. And so I know from doing the research for that, they don't know who the cover artist is. It looks like Al Avison to me, but no one has been able to definitively say.
And
that was
I think
a
that was
10
so weird,
video.
right? Because back then you have these spectacular artists making beautiful covers like this, and they're getting absolutely no credit.
Yes, and part of the reason is so many of them worked for shops that would put together the contents for different publishers, like the Eisner Iger Studio, Fox, places like that, that they don't know who in their bullpen actually did the arc. I suspect, especially because some of them had a look that they tried to emulate. It's really difficult to say, well, I know that's characteristic of that particular artist because he tried to make
Have
them
a style
similar.
for the
Yeah.
house. Yeah. Wow. And how
Yeah.
our sentiments exactly, Jackson.
You just saying
So
what
how
Bubs
long,
thinking.
how long was that 500 book series? How many videos did that create for you there?
25.
25 videos on that series.
25
So if
videos,
any of you have any extra time, or if you're stuck in a well and you still have cell service, but no one will answer your calls, this might be the series for you. 25 with tens and tens of minutes of entertainment contained.
You're stuck in a well.
understand
Lassie's
the
retired.
Ukrainians have threatened to play the videos for the Russian soldiers
Yes.
that they caught, and they said, no, waterboard us.
I believe that's the case. Yes.
So it's pretty
So-
bad, yeah.
We'll take torture
Key
over that.
diplomacy. Yep.
Exactly, yeah.
Holy crap.
Good deal.
So yeah, that was so you had everything on that cover though. You had horror, you had the woman in the red dress, you had bondage.
Yeah.
That's like the trifecta right there.
Yep.
I think there's a noose in there too, isn't there? Isn't it a
There
noose
is,
cover
yeah.
as well?
Well, no, there's a noose in another one of them. There's a spider, there are skulls, a witch.
Yeah.
You got Batman in the back there.
But yeah, there's another one. I
Oh, that's
think
good
this
stuff.
one sticks. I think 4 or 5 might have.
Oh,
a noose
okay.
in
That's a
a
pretty good
room,
one
yeah.
too. Do you have that one?
I don't think I have that one.
It'd been a good story if you did. Go ahead with whatever you're going to say.
Caroline, how you doing?
All right.
And you got Jackson saying that he foolishly made a playlist of your pre-code vids and he lost subs.
Hey, you got to accept the consequences for your foolish behavior. You know. That's all you say.
Yes, you do.
All right, number 2, Bill.
All right, number 2. Last time I was on the show a year ago, I showed an issue of Piracy, which is a
Yes.
DC comic book, part of the New Direction, right? And so sticking with that theme because I love pirates. I mean, what other landlocked Phoenix, Arizona native doesn't like piracy? Going with issue number 24 of Buccaneers.
Oh, cool.
This is from 1951, Quality Comics. Don't know the cover artist, uncredited, but
Music.
got some art in here. Sid Green, Chuck Winter. And this starts at number 19, this series, and it runs for 9 issues. Well, I don't know if I'll try to collect it. Probably won't. I have too many things I'm trying to collect, but if I can get a pirate-related or themed comic book for a decent amount, I'll usually do that.
Now,
I
you
have a
mostly
question for
cover
you.
collector, Bill, or do you actually read those when you get them?
Yeah, there it is.
I usually will read something like this. I'll read, yes. Although you can read almost all Golden Age material, at least the free domain ones, on like digitalcomicmuseum.com. There are several sites where you can, if it's uploaded and scanned, you can read them for free. So
nice.
Very cool.
And Bill, do you know how pirates hear the waves crashing against the shore? With their buccaneers, of course. There you go.
You
You're welcome.
motherfucker, you.
I know. So
my
you
God.
enjoy a
The
good
fingers are gonna
pegging.
keep
I mean,
coming.
peg legging. So
Stay here all
that's a
night,
great-
folks.
great
The
troll
one-liners are coming.
thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing, Bill. It was good having you on. We look forward to next year.
You guys are amusing. He
It's good
can
to see
read.
Kentucky still has their work release program, Bob.
Absolutely. This is
Joe
work.
wants to know what month on the cover, Bill.
Yeah. I told them I had to be on stream with you, and they gave me double time.
I bet they did. November, Joe.
Number 3.
November. All right, number 3.
I'm gonna go to bed.
We've got-
I'm gonna go to work with a bellyache from laughing today.
We've got a comics magazine digest of Spider-Man
Oh, cool. Those
Ooh,
little guys.
nice.
Yeah.
from 1987. It
Those books are
reprints
great.
ASM 51, 52, 53.
That's a very similar cover to the Treasury, to the Spider-Man Treasury, isn't it?
It
It's
is
the same
similar to that,
background,
yeah.
I believe.
Yeah. I think I have all these except one. I got them in some lot. I think from like Goodwill. I'm not sure. All but one, and so I'll probably get that one just to have the whole set. But I thought they were kind of neat, interesting, a little bit different.
Yeah, I
if you
love
cut
the smaller form comics and the mini comics and stuff like
Yeah,
that. They're just
if you-
nice and the digest size. And
If you take one of those the backing boards, you cut it in half, and basically the bag, you turn it sideways, and it'll fit perfectly.
That's a great tip.
Then he would lose it. Right now, he's storing it under his couch. He'll lose it in his couch if he does that.
Much like Bob in prison, I always appreciate the tips.
Yes, just the tips. Just the tips.
Hang on.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Nice
Good
book.
stuff, Bill. Thanks for sharing.
All right, number 4, Bill. That was sweet. I like seeing
Number
those.
4, we've got issue number 6 of Weird Science.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, some EC goodness, baby.
Nice pink label there.
4.5.
Well, it's got a pink label because this is signed on the first page by Al Feldstein. Would you like me to
Prove
show
it.
you, Bob? I can.
Nice.
Yes, crack it.
Let's go. Did you get a picture of it?
I didn't because I bought this.
Already done.
Oh, so you don't even know.
Yeah.
Well, I
You
knew
just-
when I bought it, yeah. But,
Yeah, but you have no idea what the signature
I've
looks
never
like.
seen it. Nope.
Oh, I'd have cracked that sucker.
Would you really?
Absolutely. If I had never seen it, like I would crack it, look at it, take pictures with it, maybe do one of your droll 40-minute videos on it, and then send it back in for another verification. Yeah.
Right, because
You know what? Maybe I'll crack it. Do one of my 45-minute droll videos.
Oh no.
Roger for a quick
Oh.
pressing.
You spoil us. You spoil us, sir.
I know I do.
And the CBCS
Very
collabs are so
underrated.
nice.
He really was, and not to get too much off topic, but he really was. Yeah, exactly. He really was the heart behind EC. He was the engine. Everyone talks about Bill Gaines, but the workhorse was Al Feldstein. Wrote most of all the comics, with the exception of the war comics, were written by Harvey Kirby.
Harvey.
And he did a lot of the covers, and he did some of the early artwork as well. So he edited just about all the books too. So really, the only artist other than him and Kurtzman that did any writing was Johnny Craig did writing for most of his.
Now, how long did that series run for, Bill?
I don't know. Weird Science. So it was Weird Fantasy, Weird Science. I think it ran for some issues, and then they combined into Weird Science Fantasy for 4 or 5 issues. The last one of which was the Frank Frazetta cover, where it was originally created for Famous Funnies, but they're like, no, that's too rough. We don't want that. And so that's the only cover that Bill Gaines actually leased instead of buying outright, because Frazetta didn't sell this cover art.
That's pretty wild.
He changed a couple things, and then on that painting, and then they used it for the cover.
I'm chasing after number 16 of that one because it's got an ad for Mad number 1 inside on the first page there.
Oh, very cool. And another fact about science and fantasy, both of them, they tried, because second-class postage costs extra money. So oftentimes in the Golden Age, what they would do is they would jump from one title to another title and continue the numbering. They'd have to do second-class postage again for a new title. Well, Gaines did that with both Weird Science and Weird Fantasy, and the post office caught up with him, and they made him go back and renumber. So you have several issues in both of those runs share numbers.
Yes, they do.
Wow.
It's a pain.
Yeah.
Now, with the pink label, is that one verified as signature, or is it witnessed?
No, it's not witnessed. It
They're
is
verified. Yeah.
but not witnessed. Correct.
That's funny that it's a
Bracket.
pink one and not a yellow label.
Yeah.
They do the yellow
Maybe
labels now.
Older, and that's the way they did it at first. I know, like CGC, when they used to do modern comics, they had a different label, color, and they did away with that. Maybe CBCS did something similar.
I
Yeah,
think so. I think
CBCS
it's
had
yellow.
red forever. They've only done
Yeah,
yellow
that one.
label for verified in the last year.
Okay.
Before that, it was all red, and his looks more pink, but that's just because it was probably printed at home and there's actually no signature in there. But it's supposed to be red. That's all.
Now, Bill, I don't know if you've submitted to CBCS lately, but their new
I've never
magazine
submitted to
slabs-
CBCS.
Huh?
I've never submitted to them.
All right, their new slabs, their new magazine slabs
Phenomenal.
are the sturdiest thing I've ever held. That holds a book. Those things
Oh.
are insanely.
I didn't know where you were going with that, Gary.
I remembered who was on my show and I verified after.
Too late.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the gears were going in the back row. Like, oh, I better clarify here.
You're gonna have a lot of guys in front of their mirror tonight trying to balance books.
Unsubscribed.
That's funny.
But no, you'll love their slabs, Bill. They put the new CGC ones to shame with how sturdy they are.
Yeah, they slice, they dice, they are the slap chopper.
I like it.
I'll have to check them out. Yeah, I've seen a couple of the new CGC ones, and they are much sturdier than the old ones. So that's good. I don't know if I'm going to plan on sending anything in anytime soon, but it would probably be for sale if I do. To slow down. The boss is like, you need to figure something out with all these comics, and acquiring more isn't you figuring anything out. So,
But it's so much fun, though.
Well,
It
thanks
is.
for coming
Love it.
on, Bill. We really enjoyed having you. This has been one of our longer episodes.
much like most of your life, Bub, you're a bit premature with that, sir.
Hey, I get the job fast and early. That's it. Get in, get out.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah.
That's right.
She's like, have you started yet? You're like, I'm already finished, and you're smoking.
Why take 20 minutes for a 2-minute job? Let's get this done.
Number 5, bud.
All right, number 5, we've got a fanzine, Heroic Fantasy,
I've never seen that.
84.
Sweet.
Yeah, me either.
Has Graham Ingles art in it, and as a memorial to Roy Krinkle inside. But I liked the cover. It's kind of Frazetta-esque.
Yeah.
Looks very Conan kind.
Yeah,
Roy
kind
Prinkle,
of
is that the
Earl North
inventor
and
of the
Kelly.
potato chip? Or go ahead,
Exactly.
Gary. I'm sorry. Raul was talking. We didn't hear you.
What year is that from?
84.
I wonder what she's looking for over there.
And you can see the snake.
Top.
Yes,
The detail on the
I
snake
can
is
see the
really
snake detail. That's
Yes.
incredible. Oh, she's got a
Outstanding.
dagger. Look at that big dagger in her hand.
Smooth
Oh
scales.
yeah, you know what? I hadn't even noticed that. I appreciate that. Putting that out there
Yeah,
is
it's
a
right
dagger.
next to something else there.
I think she's got
I
a
think
farmer's
you might be
tan.
Right.
Yeah. Good
Right,
stuff.
all that running from apparel really keeps a girl in shape.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. She's probably been riding snakes her whole life. Absolutely.
Bub's misbehaving.
See, now you're gonna make me look that stupid book up on eBay and buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that stupid book. Why don't you show another stupid book, Bill, so we can buy that one too? I hate your stupid books, Bill.
I already got it. All right, there it is.
Oh, nice.
I
That's
gotta
the
get
best
all that
$1.99 you spent today, Gary. Go ahead.
Right?
Now this one.
She looking at the snake or dagger.
So I
It
collect
does.
Golden
It does,
Age,
Bobby. It
Silver
looks like
Age,
one of my books.
bronze. I'll probably need to stop and make a decision with one of those. I just can't afford to do it. But here's one, a character that I've been collecting for many years, trying to get 1 through 20. And that's Captain Marvel.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And Roger and I did a retrospective, Roger being Metarog, on Captain Marvel. It's on one of our channels, but we did a live stream retrospective on the first 20 issues, I think it was.
Nice book.
And we have, of course, because I'm a high grade collector, we have the Slabby.
And you're mint minus.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Very nice.
He
So very
prefers
excited
VF
about
plus
that.
plus.
Looks like somebody ripped something off from Iron Man there, right? Got that
Yeah,
same
absolutely.
stamp
Yeah.
going on.
It does look like Iron Man #1, doesn't it?
Is he wearing a
All right,
skirt in
Earl
that one?
Fantasies is now perfect.
No, he's not wearing a
You
skirt.
sure? It looks kind of like an upskirt shot.
It
Yeah.
almost does, doesn't it?
Yeah. Now we know why you got 2 copies.
No. Bub's still having
upskirt
prison
collector.
flashbacks.
Yeah.
I'm an alien upskirt collector.
Are you really?
Yeah.
You're an alien upskirt collector, or you're
That's
an
right.
alien upskirt collector? Which is it?
Both.
So
Oh,
does that
okay.
mean you're snobby when it comes to alien underboob?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I
If
mean,
not
it's
boobs
weird,
of
no
three,
underboob.
let it be. Is that what you think?
There's Donnie. What's going on, Don?
What's going
Well, I
on,
think
Donnie?
we got enough boobs on our show tonight.
Absolutely.
So, number
That's a true story.
number 7, Bill.
All right, number 7. Let's see. Which
Where
one
is
do
it?
we want to do?
Lose it already?
We'll go to
There you go.
another slab. This isn't my one with a story, but it has a little bit of a story. I was looking
Oh God.
I know. Is that all it takes?
That's it. Bub's gone. That's what it takes to get rid of them. There you go. You've got the secret.
Had I known, right?
Kryptonite.
Right?
So I saw this on Electronic Bay, as the kids call it, and I was trying to get it, and I messaged the seller. I said, "Hey, can you do it better than the price?" And he just went off like, "Well, if eBay didn't hit me with this fee, that fee, and all this, that, and the other, I can't." And I was like, "Yeah, I get it. I sell on eBay," but he's kind of an asshole about it. So I was like,
See ya.
him. He can go French himself. I know. Yeah, you can put in what you want. So I was pissed, and I was like, heck with that. And I was telling Mrs. Musings about it, and so she went ahead and I guess searched it up and got it for me for a holiday. I think it might have been for my birthday. And so that is Nightmare issue number 11.
Wow.
Oh wow.
That is
Wow.
cool.
I've never seen that cover.
Such a
neither.
great run. It was first by Ziff Davis. There were 3 issues by Ziff Davis. The third was the one with the Cobra, just beautiful. And then St. John's took it over. And they had 4 issues. The last issue of which has cover art by Matt Baker, which is
Oh wow. Hey,
expensive.
can you put that a
Anything by
little
Matt
closer
Baker.
to the screen for a second, Bill?
What's that?
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
much
that-
better.
That's amazing.
Yeah, look at that
Oh,
guy
you see
lying
the-
down.
the
Isn't that
dude
great?
lying down there having a nap.
Yeah.
He's in his sleeping bag.
Isn't that
and he's chilling out.
fantastic? Yeah.
I don't see him.
I know you don't.
Well,
Her
he's
sweater looks shrink wrapped.
just spent.
Nauman likes that blonde.
I like how they
Love
are.
the purple, the mummy.
Yeah, I like how they're doing a camp out at the tombs. They're doing a camp out in Egypt.
In the
Just
desert.
having a nice romantic sleep in the sand.
In the desert. Yeah. No wonder
Yeah.
the guy's passed out.
With some scare.
Dehydrated.
Yeah.
Just love it.
Mm-mm-mm.
Now, Bill, since you're showing so much horror, what's your favorite horror creature? Mummy, werewolf, zombies, vampires?
Werewolf.
Yep.
Werewolves. Yes.
Those
That
are
would
the
be my
best.
favorite. As far as PCH, the way they're drawn by some artists, it would be zombie. But just in general, it's werewolf.
Cool.
The zombies by Al Avison and Lee Elias are just drop dead amazing. They're so colorful, and I just can never afford to get any of those covers. They always go for more than I think. So I haven't got
Well,
one.
Right. It's nuts because once all the Golden Age's prices went up and nobody could afford to collect the Golden Age books, then all of a sudden all the Silver and Bronze Age went up because everyone started buying those.
Yeah, but luckily modern books are
funny
now doing
because-
horror, so we're good.
Yeah, exactly.
We,
Well,
we read the
Don't we
silver
have blue
coin, right?
wrenches anywhere in here? Oh, wait a minute. That is a blue wrench, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Jackson having a blue wrench is the fox watching the hen house, all right?
Yes, that's a true story.
What can I say, Bill? The money was good.
Yeah, I understand.
I got a kid to feed, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's amazing. You'll see so many of the videos that talk about the comic book prices coming back down to earth, and they keep declining and declining. It's like not a lot of the stuff I'm looking at.
Right.
A lot of the Golden Age prices are still strong.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, all the Bronze Age horror is holding too.
Yep.
Like that stuff's
Yeah,
still,
you ain't joking.
yeah, Bronze Age horror is still
very
going up.
expensive, especially the DC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, number 8, sir.
All right, number 8, we've got
Hi, Leah. Do you have anything you'd like to ask Bill while we wait for his syphilitic mind to find the next comic?
Where do you buy your books, Bill? Where do you
I told you that in confidence, Bob.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Wait.
think you'd remember.
Where do you like? Where do you buy
Yeah.
most of your books?
Say it again.
Where do you buy most of your books? Where do you like to find your books?
He wants to know where your honey hole is.
Probably Comic Link, Comic Connect. Probably those two.
Okay.
Pedigree
Probably.
Comics used to be, and a lot from my comic shop. My comic shops, their auctions aren't nearly as good as they used to be.
Oh, they have been lately.
People are aware of them. You can't really score good deals. But my comic shop is really good on their shipping. They're good on their turnaround. You know, they have so many other good things going for them.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Arlington, Texas, baby.
That's right. It's and the owner used to be a writer for some of the Warren comic magazines too.
Really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
Bud Lewis, I think it is.
Buddy. Yeah, it's a good guy.
Yeah. All right.
He's a little
Next
nutty.
one we
He's-
have
he's nice.
is from 1951. We have issue number 8 of Indian Warrior.
Oh man, that's cool.
Cover.
Yeah, I love that cover. 10
Yes,
cent.
and this
goodness.
was on my top 100 Western pre-code comic book covers as well. I won't tell you where. You have
That's
to
pretty
watch
sweet.
all 5 episodes to find out.
5 episodes.
Holy
Yeah.
crap.
Holy moly.
Scrolling.
I just want to know,
scrolling.
like, how much interest do you get in numbers 39 to 30? Like, is anyone watching that episode, or are they just like, no, we're done?
Usually yeah, a lot of people watching 100 to 81. That's the first one to kick it off, and a lot watching 20 to 1. And then any of the middle ones, it'll be because someone went through the whole. I usually won't get someone just grabbing one in the middle, watching it, and not watching something else, unless they send me some death threat or something like that they stop making these videos.
Yeah, who's the publisher for that one?
This would be is this Star. Yeah, this is Star Publication. So that was LB Cole's own. What he did is he bought material from a defunct comic book publisher, created his own publishing, and he just reprints with new covers over the reprinted material. And then it was reprinted again by a different company called Accepted Publications 3 years after.
Wow,
wow,
that's cool.
yeah, they went a
Same
little
cover.
Most
heavier
of
on
the
the
Star
color.
Publication stuff was reprinted by Accepted Publications a few years later. So if you're ever looking for one of the LB Cole covers, make sure you know which one you're looking at because there's a big difference in price.
Oh yeah, I'd imagine.
But it is the same cover and the same interior, right?
Yep, same
And it's
cover,
still
same
Golden
material.
Age,
Only
too.
thing different is
The size.
What the left one's a little more wrinkly. I did notice that difference.
And the other one's smaller.
The
isn't
only
it?
difference
Like-
is
It's a
the
little smaller,
publisher
too.
and when it was
Yeah.
published.
like
Is it
regular
smaller?
comic book size. Like, is it a modern?
No, it's
size?
the same size.
Oh,
It's
is it?
probably just
Okay.
trimmed, as he's a low grade collector
Yeah,
for
see?
reprints.
Slicing it in the chopper there.
Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Yep. So that's the reprint and that's the original.
Uh-huh.
See, now
All
you're
right, what
you're
else we got?
so you're a reprint. Like you look for all the reprints of those old books too, then, right?
No, just that one in particular. I'm a big LB Cole fan. I just can't afford most of his books because unfortunately a lot of other people are big LB Cole fans.
Mhm.
Funny, we like to think of ourselves as so unique. We're really not. It's
Right.
like if you like something a lot, chances are that everybody else does. And they just didn't know about it until clowns like me made YouTube videos on it. So everyone else is like, wow, that's pretty cool. Let me
Yeah.
go read it too.
Yep.
And then the 3 people who watched that video, they're in the club
Bob,
too.
We made a video and 1,000 people watched that. Yes. That's generally
Damn
how
that Bill guy messing up my EC stuff, man, making it
Exactly.
popular. Jesus, just leave
That
it
would
in
be-
obscurity.
Well, that's a good
There you go, Paul.
example is Bub likes Planet Comics. I love Planet Comics, but
Yeah.
I can't afford another interest
Right.
on the ones I've already got. So I just haven't taken that dive yet.
That's okay. The key to Bub's channel is you get to look at the comics. You just hit the mute button.
Yeah.
It goes by. Just put some music on in the background.
Yeah. Get some Jergens lotion and a box of tissues. Gary's got the right idea. Yeah.
But I'm curious, like, what the effect of YouTube and all of us making videos has had on like eBay marketplaces, right? Because like you was like just said, like you didn't know people had this interest in this, and now they're seeing other people with the interest. You know, those prices got to get raised somewhat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would think that Golden Age is probably most affected by sharing on YouTube, Instagram, things like that, because those are things that most people in our generations and earlier, well, and later, I should say, would never have experienced firsthand. So oftentimes it's the first time anyone's introduced to it.
Right.
If you think it's cool, chances are other people think it's cool as well.
Well, that's the thing too, is this whole YouTube comic community really creates a lot of rabbit holes, because you get in the community and like, oh, I know all the stuff I like, and then you see all the stuff you've never even experienced before.
Absolutely.
And then it's just a slick little slope there that you're going down, getting into all these little rabbit holes. Like that's what got me hooked on Atlas Comics. And next thing you know, I'm trying to get all of them, and I got like all these complete runs, the Atlas Seaboard ones.
Right.
Just love them. And then those led to Blackthorn Publishing books, which I love those. And that's the problem with us, right? We're collectors. There's always another rabbit hole.
There really
is. All right, number 9.
To do is say that, well, I want to focus my collection on something that's reasonable. And there's so many things out there that there's an opportunity to do that.
I know I have all the Marvel. That's why I'm glad they have new Conans. I have more Conan to collect now.
I don't have all of any of the Conan series.
And I was just reading the new Savage Sword that came out. That comes out tomorrow. Yeah, I'm reading it. I'm reading it tomorrow.
Yeah.
With Jim Zub's story in it, so that's nice. Yep. But it's nice to see the resurgence of magazines. And even though, because that's what I like about your channel, and is the magazines, right? Because they were like, for the longest time, you could do dollar hauls of magazines, and now they're starting to. People are catching on to magazines. They're getting up to $10 a book now.
Yeah,
and that's just for there's not a lot of keys in the magazines. That's the price they're commanding at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Conan's one, right? It's like I don't know if I'll ever complete that because I'm trying to do it on the cheap, the $3 a book. But I have the entire 27, I think it is, volume set that Dark Horse produced of trade paperbacks for Savage Sword. I've read it all through there. I don't have all the Conans and stuff.
Luckily, I completed those. Like I completed the Conan the Barbarian run.
Mm-hmm.
In 2019 for mostly 50 cents an issue before it popped again. And that was in Near Mint Books. I got so lucky with that run. I wouldn't be able to complete it now because now they're all like $8 to $15 an issue.
Yeah.
And then if you get into the Barry Windsor Smith ones, you're looking at $30, $40.
It's tough.
Bill, perhaps. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Bill, perhaps you missed that Gary asked for your 9th book about 20 minutes ago. Do you have it available, or do you need to go to your storage facility? Where are we at on that? On that 9th book we're looking for.
My syphilitic brain didn't come here.
Your syphilitic brain, kid.
How far of a drive is the storage unit?
All right, we have issue number 44 of Eerie.
Oh yeah,
this
Those
is a
great covers.
A shout out to Donnie. This is a Luis Dominguez cover.
Nice.
Amazing artist. Now, there's nothing particularly key or special about this, with the exception that I have the cover proof.
One.
Just missing the interior? Oh, he says a proof?
The cover proof.
That's awesome.
So that's what the editor will look at and say, yep, everything looks right. The colors all look good. I approve it to go to printing.
Nice.
So that's what they call them. They call them proofs, eh?
Exactly. Yep.
How did you come across that?
I think it was on my comic shop.
Cool.
Yep. I got another one for a Vampirella, Warren Vampirella comic.
Are those
I've got one. I've got one for a Tomb Raider.
Ooh.
Do you?
Yeah.
Are those expensive?
You collect Laura Croft too?
Me?
Yeah. After I was the guy who watched your video, that's it. My whole collection is based on some of your videos there, Bill.
I
Thank
hope you don't also collect Bud Root because this is getting ridiculous.
It is getting it's getting
Out
scary.
of control. Lots of rabbit holes in
Yes.
that backyard.
Come on,
Yeah.
Bill, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, buddy.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah. Yeah. Next week I go to get shortened by a foot and aged by 20 years. Wish me luck, guys.
All right.
Look at
Well,
Raul.
your
I was
co-hosts
like, I don't
leave a
know what
lot
I
to be
gotta do.
desired, Gary. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, we need a defibrillator for him up there. He's about to lose it. They all right?
All right. We got number 10. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Number 10.
All right. This is my
Oh,
favorite
geez.
of the Vampirella covers. And that is issue number 6.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That's real nice.
Interesting that's your favorite.
And of course, I am a high grade collector. So we've got that in a 9.2.
There we go.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Oh, now I have to
Rubber on the
ask,
head.
why is that your favorite?
I don't know. I just really like it. It's just something that kind of like
That's a great story, Bill. Thanks for.
yeah,
Are you sure you didn't want to use this for one of your plus ones?
I don't know, but it's really cool. I love this book.
It's kind of well, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Next question.
Eloquent as always.
I love it. I think Ken Kelly is an underrated artist. I love his monsters.
Yes.
And what's interesting with this particular one is that James Warren asked Frank Frazetta to redo the girl's face. Well, that's the only time that's ever happened during the entire run of any of the Warren publications magazine. I don't know why, unfortunately, James Warren, Forey Ackerman, they're all gone, so we can't ask them. It's probably because Kelly was an amazing artist who's very Gothic inspired and not necessarily known for drawing soft faces. And so that's, you can tell that's definitely a Frazetta girl from the face. And that's probably part of the reason it's one of my favorites.
That girl's the best part of
my favorite of the run.
the girl's amazing on that cover.
Right.
Yeah, isn't she?
You know,
Mhm.
Bill, I'm lucky. Like behind me, I have a Ken Kelly print that I got his autograph on it. So I'm lucky to have
Very
Ken
cool.
Kelly's autograph.
Well, you're a braggart, Gary. You know that?
I learned
Yeah.
from you, buddy.
That's awesome. I'd love
No,
to have
but
it.
he's one of my old-time favorites. What I wish I had Earl Norm's signature on something. Earl Norm is my
yeah.
favorite old painter. I love Earl Norm. Whatever he did was brilliant.
Savage Sword had so many amazing cover artists and interior artists. Earl Norm being one. My favorite was Boris Vallejo. And I'm fortunate to have like 3 of his signatures. But they weren't witnessed, so they were in CGC with the green labels.
Oh no, the dreaded green label.
Gary will be
green
right back
label.
right after this commercial
I
message.
do. I got 2 Boris Vallejo signatures here on weird things. These are international calling cards that he signed with his art on them.
Can't see them. They're
that's
full of
pretty cool.
glare. They're glare.
So, but like I ended up with 2 sets of these. I sent a set to Torsen.
Nice.
Nice.
But he's another great one. But and the thing is though, but I mean these guys just didn't do the magazines. They're on all the pulp novel covers, everything. You could just find their great art everywhere, or even on record albums like Kiss Destroyer and stuff like that.
Yep.
Very much so.
All right, number 11 with a personal story attached.
All right.
Yeah. Or just one you stole from somebody.
Well, I don't know how personal. I'll say I bought some magazines several years ago from someone locally. I think they had some eerie and creepy that I wanted, and then there were some others. These other ones were so garish, outrageous, over the top of the covers that more I looked at them, more I loved them, right? And those were Eerie Publications.
Oh yeah.
So this one is Horror Tales. I have several of them, but I've gone on at length, ad nauseum, as Jackson would say.
Yeah, you do that after 2 minutes.
So I won't go into too much detail. I'll just say that Myron Fass, who was a Golden Age comic book artist, he started the company as a publisher. He thought it would make money. He would produce it. And he would have Carl Burgos, who did a lot of paste ups of different covers, who did cover art of his, Bill Alexander. Ezra Jackson did a lot of the Jackson did a lot of them. And on the inside, they went to Argentina for a lot of their artists. What they would do is they would take Golden Age stories and they would redraw them, sometimes very faithfully, panel for panel. Other times, the artist would have a little bit more creative freedom, would reinterpret by rearranging the panels, sometimes even doing a different ending. But that's what these are chock full of. And this one's from 1973, Volume 5, Number 5A. So it's called that because it was erroneously listed as number 5. This is actually number 3, but there was number 3. And this came out before number 4, and then there was another number 5. So the story with this is they were so slipshod in their manufacturing that we missed that the number 3. This should have been number 3. They have 2 number 5. So this is listed as number 5A versus the
Nobody
number
couldn't
5B,
count. They needed to watch
which is the
Sesame
original
Street.
number 5. Yep.
Right.
Jesus.
Just love it.
But
That's
what a
an
great
awesome
cover.
cover.
Holy cow.
Oh yeah, the art is incredible on so many of these.
Guy looks like Peter Vincent from that movie. What was it Mr. Vincent?
Oh, it's just amazing. And this is uncredited, although I suspect from seeing as many of them as I have that this is probably Bill Alexander. A lot of the other covers are from someone named Johnny Bruck, who is a German artist that Myron Fass went and bought a bunch of his original art that was used on paperback books for a Germany sci-fi series. And he reproduced those and put them on some of the covers for the Eerie publication. So these are from the Silver Age and Bronze Age. And they go all the way, I think, to with some stopping and starting until the mid to late 80s.
Do you need a link to get some new bags? Because I noticed that was still in the original mycomicshop.com bag.
Hey, if it's free and it's already got one, I'll take it. I'm not
Really?
going to rebag it if I don't need to. Yeah.
Well, you know,
Oh, my
I'm a
gosh.
chronic rebagger. When I get anything, it goes in a new bag.
Yeah,
Oh my
Raoul does
gosh.
chronic too. Oh, wait a minute. No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
false. He has a chronic.
Oh
habit.
my goodness.
Like I can't buy something and not put it in a new bag. It's got to go in a new bag
Everything
I
should get a
gotta
new
keep those
bag.
costs down.
and board.
Oh gosh, I hate
Wow.
to see some of you guys in your earlier days reusing bags.
Oh yeah.
Good grief.
Yeah. if it's really bad or dirty or something, I'll rebag it. But other than that, I'll keep it.
Stick it in the dishwasher and run it.
And it's already got a
Alright,
label on it, so you know what it is. It's perfect.
That's right.
And
Now
agree.
we're to your spec pick, sir.
All right, spec
Yeah,
pick.
move it along, Gary said. Let's come on. It's not our longest show yet, but it's twice as long as we hoped it would be. Let's go.
All right.
We're gonna get
Spec
Jackson
pick
Roykirk with
is-
the Z's.
And I have done several of the 5 speculative comic books for cheap. I'll do another one of those. Haven't done one in a while. I know Bub used to love them.
They're
But-
all just pump and dump. That's his little mini pump and dump. Buy a book for $4 and tell you it was worth $5. And try and sell it to you on eBay.
Issue number 1 of Fatale.
All right.
So this
Right.
is a Brubaker, Sean Phillips series, masters of modern criminal noir. This is about a lady who is somewhat immortal, mostly takes place during the 30s, that kind of runs through the 50s and even the 90s, where she can seduce men and have them do almost anything for her. And it kind of shows how they meet their unlucky demise because of their involvement with it. And
That is a gorgeous cover, though.
demons chasing her through time as well.
That is a beautiful cover.
Yeah, that cover is amazing. And
It is great.
just gonna ask
And
you when
I've
the
never
story-
read a bad Brubaker story either. He
It
is
looked like the demons coming out of the end of the gun.
Yep. One of my favorite artists. Yeah, it's kind of like the demon smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
When did
that
this
is
book
my
come
spec
out?
pick. You can get this now for between $5 and $8. You can pick it up.
Pump and dump, baby.
And the
I'm
expected
telling you,
return
well,
is
I know
anywhere
that,
between $8 and $10, right?
Brubaker signed a deal with Legendary Television Studios to reproduce his creator-owned series, and so I suspect that this will come up at some
Those are the fine folks that brought you the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
exactly.
And next up, you're getting Patali.
That is
Must be
my
Italian or something.
spec pick. Any Brubaker, I would say Criminal, Velvet.
Velvet's
Any
good.
Brubaker series is
Velvet
probably-
was good. My problem is they can't stick the landing. Like Velvet was good, and then the last issue was just garbage. Like I don't know why Brubaker does it. I think he's really good for 3 books. And as he gets to the 4th book, it gets rough.
So that's where Donnie Cates learned it from.
Hmm. A lot of them suffer from that, I reckon.
Yeah.
Wow. No, great books, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
And
Mhm.
quite a few covers I'd never seen before, so that was fun.
That's what I was hoping. I was hoping to bring some things that maybe aren't as often showed.
Yeah, I never seen that Vampirella 6. That was really cool. And I didn't know that about the Frazetta on the face, which I'm a huge Frazetta guy too, obviously. But the Heroic Fantasy, I already got coming to the house. I ordered it as soon as you showed it. The
Scrolling.
Weird Science and the mini Spidey, all that stuff is so cool. Now, just for fun, for the people watching, what do you think? What's the count of books you have in your collection, if you're comfortable telling people? Like, what? So your wife's not there. You could tell us.
Nope, nobody's
Um,
listening.
Not counting ones that are set aside for sale right now. I'd say
That's a trick. He's running a shell game over there.
That's a trap.
I don't own this.
What are you talking about, dear? We're selling this.
It's in permanent for sale storage in the other room. Hey.
Well, I do have. All right, you know what? I can break that down. So, as far as graded are concerned, I have probably 140 graded are in my for sale. And ungraded or graded that aren't for sale, probably about 1,000.
So 1,100.
Yeah, probably about that. For raw comic,
That's a lot of slabs, bud.
It is a lot of
That's
slabs,
impressive.
Yeah, I got them everywhere, and I hear about that. So
Right, how many are you
Raw
captively holding for Raws?
yeah, raw books I probably have over 10,000, and maybe 5,000 that are for sale that I list on eBay. Plus, I have a booth with an antique store that I have loaded up with the raws. So that's where I kind of sell those. And probably 1,000 trade paperbacks. Well,
Oh,
Wow.
but I used to have 15,000 raws, so I'm moving some of the raws out. You know, if anyone asks you, I am selling stuff, and the pile's going smaller and smaller. So if Mrs. Musings asks you if I'm lying about it, that's not the case. I am selling stuff.
Well, you know,
I got
we can
a
always-
show
we can
coming
always,
up. So
So, guys, check out Bill's eBay link if you want to buy some books.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Get those ECs out there.
All right.
Yeah,
Think
but
of
don't
us-
ask
think
for a
of us-
deal because the
It's
fees, the eBay fees, they're too much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I'll
You can
complain
now
about it.
buy Fatale for $25 on Bill's eBay page.
Yeah. My comic shop,
Absolutely.
$8. There's 5 printings of that #1 issue.
Yeah.
There it is.
So there's a
The number
rabbit
one
hole.
And that's another thing. I don't sell anything that I put on any of my spec videos.
Right.
Morals.
Well, but that's-
Not that anybody watches my spec videos and would be like, that
No.
Bill is just like Comic Tom, you know?
Yeah. I'm sure you're
Comic
fielding
Bill.
offers all day.
Oh my god, yeah, that was great. But Thank you, Bill, very much. I'm glad we could hit you the 1K mark tonight too. So congrats on 1K, sir.
Congrats.
Oh,
Obviously,
thank you.
very
I
well
appreciate
deserved.
that.
All picking aside, very
I
well
don't know. It
deserved.
kind of bounced
Yes.
around from 1K down to 900, back up again.
Well,
Well,
I think
that's-
I got subs and then went and watched a video and then quickly unsubbed. So
Yeah.
that happens often.
Dude, that's YouTube. Like it takes you like 2 weeks to retain any subs. It
Yeah.
goes just
Well,
like this.
and Hialeah rage unsubs me at least once a week.
Oh yeah.
At least minimum.
Yeah. Even bots have standards.
Yeah.
So watch 30
Exactly.
seconds of one of your videos and it's an unsub for sure. Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
But we're gonna go around. We're gonna see what everybody's got coming up. So Raul, you are our extra guest tonight. We're gonna start with you this evening. What do you got coming up?
I got nothing. Nothing coming up. Nada. Nothing.
No guest appearances on anyone's channels?
I don't got nothing.
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 All right.
Nothing.
Bubs, what you got?
Yeah.
Bud?
I got the 10-1-1 with Gary B next Tuesday night. We're going to be roasting. Wait, who are we roasting?
No, but we already did that.
Oh, all right. That was today. I lose track of times. This Saturday, I'll be at a show. I'll be selling at a show, the Danville Comic and Toy Convention. I don't know if that's the real name of it, but it's in Danville, Kentucky. So if anyone's around that area, stop by, say hello. I'll give you a free piece of candy or something if you step in my van. Then I'm going to be just doing some more haul videos, and I'll probably do a little vlogging at that show as well. And I'm actually just got back from the record shop tonight, so I'm going to do a little vinyl haul in a little while too. So be on the lookout for all that good stuff. Amazingly fun stuff happening at Bubs World. If Bill Comic Mag Musings is a snooze fest, I'm the smelling salts to the coma that Bill's channel will put you in. So that's stop here next is what I say.
Get the blood pumping, huh?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Here,
Yeah.
smell
Pretty
my
soon you'll be able to
finger.
balance a book on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Steve, what's coming up for you, sir?
I don't know how to follow that act above there. Gee,
Exactly.
I got the Voices Choices coming out tomorrow with the new comic book day. Probably some kind of unboxing on the weekend. And then Monday, I got to figure out something for my pile of books. Probably the Transformers. I'll start doing that one. And I wanted to do a live coming soon, but I can't get anybody that wants to come on for a live with me. So maybe
Must
because
have
of the topic.
misplaced the invitation.
You know I'll help you out, Steve.
Sure.
And then, of course, we'll get to our guest in a second. Coming up for me in 2 nights' time, we're having another 10-1-1 with Milt. Will be on probably for the 5th time, I think. But we're changing it up. We're having a game board edition.
Yeah.
So
that's
he's
gonna be
bringing a
awesome.
bunch of classic game boards because he collects games, and we're just going to go and have fun with a 10-1-1 game board theme. So tune in for that, for something a little fun, something a little different. And you guys know Milt; he's got a great collection.
Mhm.
With Bob with albums.
We
There we
could
go.
do an album one too.
Record
And
album.
then the week after that, we have Fantastic Girl Gabby making her first appearance on the 10-1-1. And then we have Bleak on Thursday making his second 10-1-1 appearance.
Excellent.
And right now we are scheduling for May's all scheduled. We're scheduling for June. I already got a couple dates. So I'll have that filled up soon.
Fastest growing show on YouTube, Gary.
I don't know. I like doing it, but I stay scheduled a month out. I try not to go too far ahead and lose it in the phone.
Mhm.
But I always got people that want to get on, so I guess that's a good thing.
Yep.
That is a good thing.
All right,
Bob's
and
always
Bill,
got people that want to get off.
right?
That's true.
What's coming up
Come
for
to
you,
my
Bill?
channel if you want to get off.
Right.
Go to Gary B if you want to get on. That's what I hear.
I did ask Steve. I think you just took a mini nap there, Joe.
Yeah.
Steve already said what he's got coming up. All right, Bill, what's coming up,
No,
buddy?
I think he's saying Steve didn't ask him
No,
to
I
come
didn't
on
ask
his live
Bill yet.
stream. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm getting
I
to
don't know
you.
what I
Bill.
have coming up. I'm doing Cover Slingers on the Gray Man's channel on Saturday. And I think, I keep promising, I think I'm going to get off my lazy butt And Monday I'll have I just had to switch computers and stuff. So I'm trying to get the top 100 pre-code jungle series out, but I hope to have the first video out on Monday. We'll see.
I've been looking forward to that one.
I appreciate it, sir. I'm sure you're gonna disagree vehemently with me.
Well, that's what I look forward to.
tough.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity to see if we agree on this stuff. Yeah.
It is tough though, because so many of them are very similar. It's really tough. Like,
Yes.
Do you and Roger have any more retrospectives coming up, Bill?
in March we were supposed to have done the first 20 issues of Moon Knight, but Roger's been going back and forth between Florida and New York. So
Yeah. Just to avoid Bill.
Together. What's that?
Yeah. Just to avoid Bill, he's been traveling
exactly.
1,000 miles in
Like, are
circles.
you in New York? He looks around and goes, "Oh, I'm in Florida, Bill." You know, he's got
Honey,
the
we gotta go.
tin foil that he's crinkling in the phone. I'm like, this is ridiculous.
Just can't shake the guy.
Love it.
Oh no, but all right. So as always, I just want to thank my co-hosts. So thank you, Steve, Bub, and Raul. I appreciate you guys coming on tonight. It's always great having more personalities on, and it makes the show fun for me. At least I know it makes it fun for the crowd. And of course, there's no show without our guests. So Bill, thank you very much for coming on again and being a guest. I appreciate it, sir. Obviously, fantastic books you showed.
Loved it.
And we'll get you guys back on before another year passes. We're not going to wait that long again.
Sounds
And
good.
of course, the show doesn't happen without our fantastic crowd. So thank you to everyone in the chat. I appreciate everyone that came out and turned up for the show. Thank you for supporting everybody here. Again, thank you for getting Bill to that 1K mark. If you're watching this on the rewind, his links are in the description below. Please go sub him up and keep him over that 1K mark. And as always, guys, how I like to end it, until next time, keep it casual.